Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to revise Combined Science Paper 1 that was written in November 2019. I'm going to provide all the solutions from number 1 up to number 40. Number 1, the diagram shows the internal structure of a leaf in which tissue A, B, C, or D does most photosynthesis take place. We are going to select B as our answer. This is known as palisade cells. They contain the highest number of chloroplasts. So it is going to have that highest number of chloroplasts in order to do the process of photosynthesis. Number 2, which cell is specialized for contraction? We are going to select B as our answer, which is muscle cells. So I'm going to explain about muscle cells. The muscle cells are made up of long and thin fibers that have the ability to change shape when they contract. They also have numerous mitochondria in order to provide energy for muscle contraction. And then we need to look for A, which is the sperm cell. They are adapted for movement, for it to swim up to the oviduct when it is released into the vagina. And then the red blood cell, they are adapted for transportation of oxygen. The white blood cells are either phagocytes or lymphocytes. The phagocytes are adapted for engulfing bacteria, while the lymphocytes are adapted for producing antibodies. Let us now move on to number 3. Overfeeding causes. We are going to select obesity as our answer. Obesity is caused by high intake of carbohydrates, and then goiter is caused by the lack of iodine, and then scurvy is caused by the lack of vitamin C, and then D, which is anorexia nervosa. It is caused by self-starvation. Now let us now proceed to number 4. Number 4, which teeth are used for cutting food? We are going to select D as our answer, which is saying incisors. Incisors are 8 teeth in front center of the mouth. We have 4 on the top jaw and 4 on the bottom jaw. They are chisel-shaped teeth, teeth with flat edges to provide cutting surfaces. Then the premolars and the molars, they are used for chewing, while the canines, they are used for tearing the food. Then number 5, the equation for respiration is given below. The product P is. So a simple way to summarize aerobic respiration is saying go kwe. So G is representing glucose plus oxygen in order to give us carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. So it means that the product P is going to be water. We are going to select D as our answer. Number 6, what is the function of enzyme amylase in digestion? We are going to select D as our answer. It is going to break down starch to maltose. So the enzyme amylase can be salivary amylase or pancreatic amylase. Salivary amylase is produced by salivary glands, while the pancreatic amylase is produced by the pancreas. Both they convert starch to maltose. Let us now move on to number 7. As compared to the aorta, the vena cava is a wider lumen. We are going to select B as our answer. So the vena cava is the master vein which transports blood from the rest of the body to the heart. And then the aorta is the master artery which transports blood from the heart to the rest of the body. So the question requires candidates to differentiate an artery and a vein. Artery, it doesn't have the valves, and then the vein, it have the valves. the artery is going to have a small lumen, whilst the vein is having a large lumen. The artery, it is going to have thick muscles and elastic fibers, whilst the vein, it has thin muscles and elastic fiber. So it is very important to be able to differentiate arteries and veins. This question is frequently examined, especially in combined science paper 2. Number 8, the rate of transpiration is low when there is high humidity. The correct answer is A. So it is very important to understand this question before you answer it. It is a frequently examined question. So first I'm going to define what is transpiration. It is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the plants to the atmosphere. It is low when there is high humidity, low wind speed, low temperature, and low light intensity. So the correct answer is high humidity on number 8. And then number 9, wind pollinated flowers have. Correct answer is A, which is saying exposed anthers. So I'm going to explain number 9. The wind pollinated flowers have exposed anthers. They also have exposed stigma and have smaller or no petals. They do not produce nectar. Number 10. Which part of the male reproductive system produces the sperms? We are going to select D as our answer, which is testes. The sperms are produced by the testes and then they are stored in the epididymis. Then you should also know the role of sperm duct. It is for the transportation of sperms away from its storage to the outside body. And then the urethra, it is going to allow urine to pass outside the body. Let us now proceed to number 11. Number 11, the graph shows some of the changes during the 28-day menstrual cycle. What is the function of that hormone? We are going to select C as our answer. It is going to rebuild the uterus lining. So the hormone estrogen rebuilds the uterus lining, whilst progesterone maintains the thickened uterus lining during pregnancy. Let us move on to number 12. Number 12, the diagram shows the carbon cycle. Which process A, B, C, or D causes global warming? We are going to select A as our answer, which is combustion. So the global warming is a gradual increase in the average temperature of the lower atmosphere due to the concentration of greenhouse gases. It is also very important to know what is going to be happening at B, D, and C. I'm going to explain. So here we are having the green plants going to animals. The process is due to feeding. So we are going to label feeding here. And then next we want to see this process whereby we are going to see atmospheric carbon dioxide moving to the green plants. The process is photosynthesis. And then this one, green plants being converted to fuels, it is known as phosphorylation. And then animals, they are going to release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere through the process of respiration. Then number 13, which statement is true about the blood circulatory system? We are going to select C as our answer, which is saying the blood moves twice into the heart in one cycle. So the circulation from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart is called pulmonary circulation, and then the circulation from the heart to the rest of body and back to the heart is called systematic circulation. Let us move on to number 14. Then number 14, which organism causes malaria? We are going to select Plasmodium as our answer. Malaria is caused by a protozoa of genus Plasmodium. So we are done with biology section. Let us now move on to chemistry section. Number 15, an element X has nucleide notation PQX. What does P represent? So first we are going to label this X is representing the symbol of the element, and then P is going to represent the nucleon number or the mass number, and then this Q is representing proton number or atomic number. So P is representing the mass number or nucleon number. We are going to select A as our answer. And then number 16, the electronic configuration of sodium atom is 281, and that of an oxygen atom is 26. What is the formula of the compound that is formed between sodium and oxygen? So we are having our sodium, and we are reacting it with oxygen. So what happens is that sodium is in group 1 of the periodic table. It is going to lose 1 electron for it to gain octet configuration. And then oxygen is in group 6 of the periodic table. It requires 2 electrons for it to attain octet configuration. So it means that 1 oxygen requires 2 sodium atoms to donate 2 electrons. So we are going to write Na2O. So we are going to select B as our answer on number 16. So let me explain again number 16. The valence of oxygen is 6, so it needs 2 electrons to reach octet state. Sodium needs to lose 1 electron to reach octet state. So 2 sodium atoms need to be losing 2 electrons, 1 from each sodium to oxygen, for both to reach octet. So oxygen, by gaining 2 electrons, will have a charge of 2 minus. In sodium ion, we have a charge of +1. The diagram shows the type of bonding in a molecule. H represents an atom and X represents an electron. What is the type of bonding showing in the diagram? The type of bonding that is shown in the diagram is covalent bonding because electrons are shared. We are going to select C as our answer. So what happens is that a hydrogen atom has 1 electron in its outermost shell. To become stable, the hydrogen atom needs 1 more electron. When 2 hydrogen atoms share their electrons, they attain noble gas electronic configuration. Let us move on to number 18. Number 18, which method is used to separate a mixture of dyes? We are going to select chromatography as our answer. Chromatograph separates the mixture of dyes through the use of solvent, which places the dyes at different points. Number 19, which gas is produced when a metal reacts with an acid? It is hydrogen. If we react acid plus metal, we are going to have salt plus hydrogen gas. For example, let's say we react sodium plus hydrochloric acid. We are going to have a salt, which is sodium chloride, plus hydrogen. The reason why this reaction occurs is that sodium is more reactive than hydrogen, so it is going to displace it from the acid for us to have sodium chloride plus hydrogen. So the correct answer is B on number 19. Let us move on to number 20. Number 20, substance A, B, C, and D have pH values shown in the diagram. Which substance is a strong acid? We are going to select A as our answer. So you should understand that from 1 to 3, we are going to have strong acid. From 3 to 6, it is weak acid. 7 is neutral. 8 to 10 is weak acid, weak base. And then 11 to 14 is strong base. Number 21. The diagram shows the blast furnace at which point A, B, C, or D is ion collected. It is very important for you to be able to label the blast furnace diagram. So here at A, we are going to have waste gases being released. And then at B, we are going to have hot air entering into the blast furnace. And then at this point C, we are going to have molten sludge. And then finally at D, we are going to have iron. So it implies that the correct answer is D on number 21. Let us move on to number 22. And then number 22, which gas is produced during the electrolysis of molten lead bromide? We are going to select C as our answer, which is bromine. So what happens? Lead bromide is an ionic compound in solid form, which is going to be a white powder. It contains positively charged ions of lead and negatively charged bromide ions. When lead bromide is heated, it is going to melt and dissociate, leaving lead 2+ and bromide ions, which are now free to move. The lead ions, they are going to be attracted to the negative electrode, as unlike charges attract. In the bromide ions, they are going to be attracted to the positive electrode. So I'm going to write what happens at anode reaction. We are going to have 2 bromide ions. They are going to be converted to bromine gas and 2 electrons, which implies that the correct answer is C on number 22. And then on number 23, which one is raw materials that is needed to produce sulfuric acid? We are going to select C as our answer, which is sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide, which is obtained from roasting iron pyrites in air or burning sulfur in air, is going to be used as raw material. The second raw material is oxygen, but it is not provided. And then number 24, what is the correct ratio of nitrogen to hydrogen in the production of ammonia? So let us write the equation first. We are going to have nitrogen reacting with 3 hydrogens in order to give us 2 moles of ammonia. So it implies that the correct answer is going to be C. We are having 1 mole of nitrogen reacting with 3 moles of hydrogen in order to give us 2 moles of ammonia. And then number 25, ethene is used to make plastics. The correct answer is C on number 25. Ethene is used to make polyethylene, which is a plastic. And then number 26, which gas is used in the manufacture of margarine? We use hydrogen. Hydrogen is used to make margarine. Hydrogen is also a raw material in the manufacture of ammonia. Hydrogen is also used as a fuel. So the correct answer is B. Let us move on to number 27. And then number 27, a hydrocarbon is a molecule which contains the atoms of hydrogen and oxygen only. And then number 28, we are now in physics section. A boarding school uses $10,000 per month on its running cost. The pie chart shows the percentages of the cost at the school per month. How much money is spent in running the office? So the percentage of office is not provided. We first need to find the percentage of running the office. So we are going to say 100% minus Here we are having 5%, here 20, here 30, and then here we are having 10, and here we are having 25. So if we add all these terms, we are going to get 90, and then 100 minus 90, we are going to get 10%. So it implies that 10% is spent in running the office. So we now need to find the amount that is used in running the office. We are going to say 10% of 10,000. In order to find our answer is $1,000. So the correct answer is C on number 28. Then number 29, which one is a derived unit? We are going to select Newton as our answer, which is C. So you should know that derived units is measurement obtained by multiplication or division of base units. The base units are fundamental units in a system of measurement. For example, the kilograms, the meters, the seconds. So it means that our Newton, where we get it by saying mass times acceleration, is going to be our derived unit. Let's move on to number 13. Number 13, the mass of 25 cubic centimeters of liquid K is 50 grams. What is the density of liquid K? So you should know that density is equal to mass over volume. We are given that the mass is 50 grams and the volume is 25. So if we say 50 divided by 25, we are going to get our answer is 2 grams per cubic centimeters. So the correct answer is B on number 30. And then number 31, what is the pressure when a force of 100 newtons acts on an area of 25 cubic meters? So you should know the formula of calculating pressure. Pressure is equal to force over area. We are given that the force is 100 newtons and then the area is 25 square meters. So if we say 100 divided by 25, we are going to get 4, and this is 4 newtons per square meter, which is equal to 4 pascals. So the correct answer is C on number 31. Then number 32, what is the correct formula of calculating pressure in liquids? H represents the height of the liquid, in that Del is representing the density of the liquid, and G represent the acceleration due to gravity. So the correct answer is B. You should know that pressure in liquids is equal to density times gravity times height. And then number 33, heat from the sun reaches the earth through radiation. So radiation is a method of heat transfer that occurs without the help of medium. We can say that heat from the sun reaches the earth through the radiation. Radiation is when heat travels in form of waves. And then number 34, why are black pots used on solar cookers? We are going to select B as our answer. Black is a good absorber of heat. And then number 35, which diagram A, B, C, or D represents the pattern and direction of the magnitude field around a straight wire carrying current out of the page? So in this question, we are going to select D as our answer. So you should always know that the magnetic field of current carrying wire always move from right to the left. Here we are having them moving from the right going to the left. So it means that D is the correct answer. Number 36, why are electric cables insulated? We are going to select A as our answer. This is to prevent the loss of electricity. Cables are insulated to prevent the current in the wire from coming into contact with the users. Then number 37, which statement about a fuse is correct? A fuse protects the appliance from high current. It is going to melt and breaks the circuit when excess current flows into the circuit. So the correct answer is B. And then number 38, a household uses 250 kilowatts hour of electricity per month. The unit cost of electricity is 20 cents. What is the total cost of the electricity used by the household per month? So what we are going to do here is we are going to say 250 kilowatts hour. This is equal per month, right? And then 1 kilowatt hour, it costs 20 cents. What about 250 kilowatts hour? It is going to be more. So we are going to say 250 over 1 times 20 cents. Let us punch on the calculator. So if we say 250 times 20, we are going to get 5,000 cents. And then we need to convert 5,000 cents into dollars by dividing by 100. So we divide by 100 for us to get $50. So it implies that the correct answer is B on number 38. And then number 39, a sound signal in an optic fiber is transmitted as the correct answer is light energy, which is B. So the optic fiber sends information coded in a beam of light down a glass pipe in modes. And then final question number 40, which one is the function of an antenna? Antenna is used for transmission of signal and reception of signal. So the correct answer is A on number 40. This marks the end of our tutorial today on Combined Science Paper 1 that was written in November 2019. Thank you so much, guys, for following me on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. I love you all. This is Eve signing out.